All right, what's going on YouTube? I today went to the Palm Beach Gardens Mall and I visited the Nike store. Not one of my favorite places to visit, but as you can see, this is a very clean store right here. They have more of a run selection, as you can see right here. You have a lot of running shoes right here. The store is pretty lit up. It's a beautiful store, man. Like everything's all space, everything's clean. It's not clouded as any other store that you will see. But as you can see right here, you got your you got your joggers and your shirts and everything here, hoodies, nice shirts, man. And I like those runners right there. I don't know the exact model of that runner, but definitely a cool looking shoe. Very light when I picked it up too. Yeah, it was a pretty good store. Not as crowded like I said before. Um, this right here is on the back wall. This is pretty much just basically all of the running shoes right here, and then you have these. I believe these are Pegasus right here, which is pretty cool. Man, I couldn't believe how light these shoes was, and it was actually a dope shoe, especially with that air bubble and that Nike symbol on there, Nike Run. But it wasn't bad. I like different colorways, especially that second colorway was just like right up underneath the one that I just picked up, which is right underneath right there. As you can see, like they got some pretty good comfortable shoes. I've never tried these on, but with it being so light, I believe that the shoe would be, comfortable and with that air bubble on there. Other running shoes right here that I really didn't have that much interest in. Just a lot of selection of different runners on here. When I came down here, this is when I was looking at the Ja 3s right here. I love that coconut colorway, man. I want those. I will most likely just get those on sale, or I may just buy them out. But the second colorway that I'm going to show you after this is, I believe, is the as you can see, there's that Halloween colorway right there. But then there's that pink and brown pair, which is right here. Those right there are like my favorite ones right there. I love that pink and brown colorway. If Nike wanted to, they could have honestly made this into like a Travis Ja 3 or something like that. I mean, it's just the honest to God truth. You guys know I ain't lying because that's the colorway that they would choose for that. But there's that Halloween pair right there. I believe those glow in the dark. So if you look at it, you can see like that bottom, the green and everything. But those are some like pretty dope shoes. There wasn't no retros here, but they did have a few of the new pairs of LeBron. I believe we on 23. I like how this shoe has the LeBron logo, like, pretty much built into the shoe, or just how they have the outsole of it. There right there just says chosen one. Very dope shoe, but all his past shoes, honestly, has been looking a lot like they've been looking the same lately. I would say that like from 20 or maybe 19 or from 20, y'all look good. There's some Kobe's right there. Um, First time seeing those in stores. They may have been in stores. Got some Jordan 1 lows. Now these here, I was actually surprised at my first time actually seeing these pink Jordan 5s, and they wasn't too bad, they were starting to slap Nike Air on everything. And like I said, it was a well put together shoe. I don't know if these shoes actually, sold out or anything like that. Maybe they are in stores. There's probably more stores that I will have to check. The Trunners wasn't a bad shoe. They just have some pretty different, unique colorways, that they have chosen to put on these. Not a bad shoe at all. I just like the old school Trunners, which was pretty, dope as well. And then these like real tree Air Force Ones are like one of my favorites too. I won't buy these for full price, just because a lot of things are on sale these days, and with the economy and with how sneaker market is, I think anytime you want something, you can always just wait for them to go on sale. And I like that one too. I like the first one better, but these right here wasn't bad at all. So now I rock those. They had a lot of dunks. That's one thing. I remember back in pandemic time, a lot of the dunks were still selling out with no issues. And then if you just look at these right here, these was dope too. It's kind of got like a brown, kind of like a wood type of, color to it. Don't know what's going on with that little cross in the corner of the tongue area. But yeah, It really wasn't much. Oh, those Nike Air Ava Rover, I think that's what they call Rover, Ava Rovers. These are some other pair of like shoes that's very light. That's my favorite colorway right here. I love those. I like that one I picked up before, and I like the one that's above too. Definitely will pick those up when those go on sale. And then you have some some Air Maxes. Then you see like the 95s down there. Those wasn't too bad. A decent model. But I do like these 95s right here. One thing about 95s is when I wear them, let me tell you, man, they feel like they give me like an extra 2 or 3 inches of height. I don't know why, but that's just what it is. And then when I go over here, I go over to the clothing section. And as you can see, we have like the Panda Nike shirt. And you got like some crazy color Nike shirt right there. And you got a regular Just Do It shirt. And then they have some few other cool shirts right here. You got a Nike Evolution shirt. You got a Air Max 95 shirt, that neon. And you have another one right there. And that was like, all that was on the men's side. Shortly when I go over to the women's section, you'll see that they had not much. Like I said, this store is not like your regular, clearance store or the regular, factory store or something like this. Is just a regular Nike store. Clothes, and it's very clean. For some reason, this store does not get busy. Maybe because of, the area that it's in. This is more of a bougie area in Palm Beach. Nice area, which I love it. And then it's right here in the women's section. You got those Jordan 1s. Forgot the Gore Green, I believe these are. I may be wrong, but I like that pinstripe on the sock liner. And that button right there with the Air Jordan logo. That's pretty dope too. Yeah, I like those. I do believe those run in men's sizes too. It's not too bad. And like I said, over here, just a lot of, clothings and different running shoes. And then, of course, you got the Rejuvenates right there. Never had worn a pair, so hopefully I get one soon. They've been going on sale a lot lately, too. So people have said those are actually comfortable. And then when I go over here to the women's section, it's pretty much the same old shoes that we have been seeing. A lot of like I said, runners, lifestyle shoes, training shoes, just to name a few. You got the Aja ones, or I think it's Asia ones or Aja ones. Pretty decent colorway. We have some other colorways. Now, I remember these Jordan Trunners right here, which was actually, wasn't that bad at all. The Chicago colorway they came out with back in like early 2000s was like one of my favorites, but wish they would bring those back. And then you got these, I don't know what these are. These are Jordan Flights or something like that. Let's have like a jean material on it. And that's pretty much it, man. So this was my time out, with the fam, and I step away and recorded the video. Like, comment, subscribe.